Hi guys, welcome back to Dimitra's Dishes. So summer is here and we have a lot of delicious vegetables in our garden, especially tomatoes. So I love to think of new recipes and new ways to use them. And asparagus is one of my favorite vegetables. So today we're going to be making roasted asparagus with tomatoes and feta. Super simple. You could eat it as a salad in the afternoon. You could serve it as a side. It's a nice snack too. So let me take you over the ingredients and we'll just get started. You need a bunch of asparagus. It's about a pound. They sell it at the supermarket already bunched up where I live. So I just get one bunch, and what you need to do is like the ends, they're very fibrous. So just like snap them off and they come off very easily. And I already did that to the rest. And I've chopped my tomatoes in half. So you need some tomatoes. You can use any tomatoes you have growing in your garden or any of your favorite tomatoes that you like to use. We grow San Marzano tomatoes and cherry tomatoes, so I'm using a combination of both. The really small ones, I just left them whole. I didn't really worry about them. And the bigger ones, I just cut them in half. You can use Roma tomatoes also and just use slices, but I love the way these little tomatoes look and how they cook up. They kind of hold their shape, and their texture to me is much better. Okay, and you need some dodones feta, a little bit of salt, pepper, oregano. We're going to dress it at the end with a little bit of balsamic vinegar. You need some olive oil and a tiny bit of honey. That's it. So we're going to put our asparagus and our tomatoes in our baking tray. I've preheated my oven to 400 degrees. I'm going to drizzle this with olive oil. I love olive oil, so you know the more the better. Use as much or as little as you like. I'm going to sprinkle it with some salt. An even coating all around. It's important that you season everything really well. This is just a few ingredients and you want everything to be very nice and flavorful. So salt really helps bring out the flavors. I'm going to put some freshly crushed black pepper. Make sure everything is evenly coated and kind of lay it out flat in the pan so that way everything roasts and caramelizes and just gets beautiful and very, very flavorful. So I'm going to pop this in my oven and let it roast at 400 for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then I'll show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so my asparagus has cooked. And they get a nice nutty aroma when they're ready. You know that it's ready to go when the tomatoes have wrinkled up and kind of gotten a little bit of a char on them somewhat. So I'm going to put them on my dish right here. So now we're going to crumble some feta cheese on top. And I've done this many different ways, so you can... The last 5 minutes of roasting, you can take it out and sprinkle some feta cheese on top of it and let it bake for like the last 5 minutes, let it roast, and the feta cheese melts and gets really nice and soft and gooey, and you can do it that way. Or you can just sprinkle it on top like this. I'm gonna clean my hands. We're just gonna make the balsamic dressing that's gonna go on top. I'm going to take some balsamic vinegar, just a little bit. You need a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit of Greek honey, just a little bit, because honey and balsamic go so good together. Now we have some of this oil. You don't want to waste it. It's really, really good olive oil. Tiny bit of oregano. Whisk it all up to emulsify it. And just pour it on top. And that is a delicious salad or side dish. So here it is, you guys, the roasted asparagus with feta and tomato salad, I guess you can call it. And I've just put a nice, beautiful balsamic vinaigrette on top of it. You can do a lot of different things with this, even at this point. You could eat it as is. You can sprinkle some toasted pine nuts on top, or even some candied walnuts. That's a really good accompaniment or topping on top of this. Go on the website, www.dimitrasdishes.com, get this recipe and more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.